Welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only Dairy Queen. Today we're on episode 3 of Mommy Vlogs, and we're talking about the Spectra Pump. So let's get it. Let's go. That's about two ounces. And so that's what we have for right now. Y'all will be back with me in about 2 hours, and we'll talk then. All right, guys, so we're back. This is pump number 2. I'm actually about an hour late, but it's really okay because as long as it's every 2 to 3 hours, I get what I need for her for the next day. But I have to go through this process again, so join me. Ignore my hair care products. So I did leave the pump plugged in. So when I wash them, and I put the paper towel, keep them dry. So let me put it back together. Alright, so typically the one that already has milk in it, I usually put that one on the left side, and then the empty one I put on the right side. My right side produces more, so that's kind of just what I do. Also, talk about the pump real quick. So this is the Spectra Pump. It's the volume 2 pump or whatever. So there are these buttons. This is the power button, and so you can hear it. This is the cycle, so I can change the cycle. I typically do it on 50, but this time I'm doing it on 54 when I actually start. This changes it from cycle to this one, and this is more of what's supposed to emulate the baby. So let me show y'all with this. So see how it's pulling a little harder and faster. I go back. See, that's a slower, deeper pull. So that's the difference. And then when you're on this one, you can change the vacuum harder or softer. Either way, I typically keep it between 9 and 11. It kind of depends, and I love it because it keeps the time for you. All right, let me get started. So I started on cycle 50 pump. With the vacuum at a 9. Good people, well, I'm back in the car. Did you just honk at me? And so as you saw that I had been using the Spectra Pump because I was in training. Well, now I'm going to actually use the Haku pump. It is actually not a favorite of mine, but I've learned with this baby, the other thing is that I spend a lot of time driving now that my school has changed, and so I needed a manual pump that could go with me that didn't always need batteries. So I have this pump and I just keep it in the car with me, and so on days like today, when it was actually time for me to pump when my training ended, instead of pumping, I went ahead and got in the car since I did have it with me. And then you just put your boobie right here, the nipple goes right here, and then you just squeeze and it pulls out. Just the suction is from your hand versus the electrical pump. I do like I guess I like this one better to clean, not actual for the suction or for the milk extraction, but it's just a lot easier to clean and to keep it clean. And it also came in its own little case. I'll show that to y'all once I stop driving, but it just makes it a lot easier to clean. All right, good people, so I didn't finish my video yesterday, so yes, it's a whole new day. But guess what, I pump every day. So I'm at my school and I pump in a little room in my school. So you're gonna pump with me this time. They've actually created a new room for your girl. So we have the lactation room, which I'll do a video on that when I guess maybe tomorrow or so, and so that'll be a video for next week. But I'm excited about the new room, so let it go. So actually here my setup is pretty similar. I got shelves and things, but it's still pretty much the same. So here's my stuff when I wash them out, and let me get my other ones. Pump number 3 today, so I'm starting with 2 completely empty bottles because the first bottle is full, and so I'll show you that one when I go back to my office. But the first bottle is full, so we're gonna start off with 2 new ones, and it's the same thing. I'm gonna start off on the what I deem to be, again, if we look at it, what I deem to be, hold on, I pulled the thing out. Alright, so this is the first level. I did move it up from yesterday to 54 with a vacuum of 11. But you see how fast, let's see, how fast it's pulling. Okay, that's like the baby is suckling. Okay, then if I switch it, press that button, and see, this one is, well, okay, let me say, the other one was deeper, and see how this one is faster and it's more shallow. This is typically what the baby does naturally. Naturally, the baby does these fast, quick sucks. It's more natural to what a baby does. So that's why you have this one versus this, which is just a straight suction from the air. Because of the 2 levels or the 2 types of suction, that is actually why I like the Spectra Pump better than the Modelo Pump. I also, because I'm able to kind of mimic what my baby girl does, and sometimes most of the time actually, she is doing those soft but long, drawn out pulls, and then, you know, when she goes to sleep, that's what she's doing. But if she's really nursing, she's awake, she's ready to eat, she's going to real hard, and, you know, real quick, real hard. She's just pulling like that. And so you need to be able to simulate, that's the word I've been looking for, you need to be able to simulate your baby for 2 reasons. You want the pump to be like your kid. Like, that's the purpose of the pump, not just to get the milk, but for your body to feel like it's the baby. Okay, and then 2, because your body feels like it's the baby, or your brain, from your breast to your brain, however that works, it also helps with your production. So it's not like you're skipping or missing anything, which is why, if you watched my last video about breastfeeding 101, and I said that I've been able to go longer this time that I supplemented, I actually attribute that to 2 things. I said my water intake in that video, but the other one is this pump. I do believe the Spectra Pump has helped to emulate and simulate my baby a lot more, and so my body isn't missing my baby. He did with the other pump, because I'm actually not even pumping as often as I did with the first one with my son. I was pumping like overnight as well, and that's also why I don't have a supply, I don't have a stash. I'm going to build up my stash over the holiday break, but that's, you know, probably why I don't have a stash. But even in not having a stash, I've still been able, you know, my baby is going to be 5 months and I haven't had to supplement, and by this time with my son, I was having to start that supplementing with formula, and so I'm definitely grateful. But that's the biggest difference that I see with the Modelo pump versus the Spectra Pump. But let's get into the pumping. Alright, so I'm done pumping, and can you see that? Okay, it's 3 ounces. Yeah, see? There, it's about 3 ounces. So that's pretty good. Again, my baby is eating about 2.5, 3 ounces per feeding. So as long as that's what I'm pumping each time I pump, I'm good. Go chick. Alright guys, well, I've made it home, and so here is 1 bottle, and here is the second one, halfway full. And so that's how much I typically pump every day, about 8 to 9 ounces while I'm at work. On a good day, I can get all the way up to 10. That's a really, really good day. And so then I'm gonna go pour these into the bottles that I normally freeze them in, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So I got half a bottle here, and then 2 full bottles. And so then I normally put these in the freezer, put a nipple on top of it, and she drinks out of this. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Again, I definitely recommend the Spectra Pump over Modelo. And the life of a pumping mom, every 3 to 4 hours, you gonna pump. Alright guys, if you've been with me this long, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure you smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload. Dairy out.